Good day, fellow investors. Now, over the last 10 days, 2 weeks, there has been a lot of noise and happenings around cryptocurrencies, the FTX, and a lot of people accused every YouTuber that has been promoting FTX as an exchange for, of course, a fee to be a scammer and everything. Let me give you a different perspective, but a perspective that should be extremely valuable for you from now till eternity. So, of course, FTX, if you give too much for free, then you go bankrupt if you're risking too much. And that was the nature of the business, to risk, to Robinhood, to Cathy Wood, to ever. So that was the nature of the game over the last few years. Get rich fast, and then some, of course, go bankrupt. But a lot of YouTubers were attracted by the fees received by FTX. So there was this great video by CoffeeZilla, the police on YouTube, for exposing scams. So great job there. But I don't really agree that it is their fault. Of course, CoffeeZilla has been roasting them. Let's dig into the situation here and the most important takeout. Charlie Munger recently described the situation and criticizes crypto as delusion. And then he goes further. If you read the article on Bloomberg, he says that it's partly fraud and partly delusion. So Munger says that's a bad combination. I don't like either fraud or delusion. And the delusion part may be more extreme than the fraud. So this, what's happening, is the delusion, because people were deluded by the Bitcoin, the crypto, the everything. But always ask yourself about what is the incentive. Is there friction? Because if crypto should replace everything we have now as money, then it should be frictionless and every transaction should give you value. If you spend more electricity than your household in a month to make a Bitcoin transaction, that's not frictionless and that doesn't create value. That just makes somebody else richer. In this case, the crypto exchanges, because it's not a tool that has utility if you're not, as Charlie Munger says, a kidnapper, drug dealer, or something like that. And I think blockchain is an amazing technology, but it should be frictionless and it should create value to everyone using it. Just think of that perspective of utility as when you use Google Maps. If we type in Berkshire Hathaway headquarters, it tells us exactly where to go. So when Warren calls me and offers me a cup of coffee or wants to have a chat with me or something like that, I immediately know where it is, how to get there from wherever I am. I even enjoy Omaha. You can really get everything, goes to restaurants depending on where Warren's favorite T-bone steak is. I don't know, but I can certainly find out. This is value, and I think that blockchain, yes, will be there, but it will be like this, where in this case I didn't pay a cent to Google to get this. That is value without friction, without a hidden agenda. And then there is this trap that we all fall into it. I fall into that trap, you will fall, and you will fall again. But by talking, by discussing this, we try to limit the situations where we do stupid things, and that should, avoiding doing stupid things, should improve our long-term wealth. Now back to the trap. The situation is that everyone is focused on the reward. So you see this reward and you think there is no risk, and you just go for it. And that's the delusion that something will change, that is something. And that is actually enhanced by what happened in the past, because you think, oh, if I can just buy something now and then quadruple, quintuple my money, or even more, make it, I don't know, 1,500 times my money, then I'm rich. And you hear all of these stories, these billionaires, how they did it. But if there is no substance below this, then unfortunately, this is what often happens. And this happens also with things with substance. But if there is substance and value, then you know that you can buy more. Cryptocurrencies, I don't know whether it is smart to buy more now or not. And the problem is that nobody focuses on the risk, of course, and this is a perfect image to describe this. The reward is always there, big and juicy and everything, and the risk, you don't see this thin piece of metal that will make you lose a lot of money. And therefore, when it comes to investing, I wouldn't say that it is the YouTuber's fault. When we make stupid things, and I made also stupid things when it comes to investing, it is just our fault. There is this great quote that I read recently, and it says that when it comes to money, and especially larger sums of money, you should never trust anyone. Anyone. So the goal here of YouTube, and I've seen this picture on CoffeeZilla, how they trust this guy because he drives a Toyota Corolla. There is always this what they teach you in school about trust and everything. I'm telling you now, you should never ever trust anyone when it comes to your money, starting with me. If you trust me, that is the wrong connection here. I'm here to discuss the risk and reward with my limited view and opinion, and you should be there to get the information I have gathered and see how it fits you, and then do your own due diligence deeper. No trust whatsoever. The trust part comes from the delusion we have, oh, I just trust this guy online and put my money there and he will make me rich. Oh, I just trust Buffett, I just trust this, I just trust that, and I don't have to think about it. That's laziness, that's the delusion part. So it's not the YouTuber's fault for what has happened. And it's just the delusion in us people to always look for those big gains, big ways of making money, and taking the no fees brokerages, no fees, no fees, no fees, just give me your money, no fees forever. Everything that happens needs to have an incentive and a cost. If there is no fee, who is making money? Then you go bankrupt. And that is then the issue here. And just remember next time, never trust anyone, never trust me, gather your own information, look at the risk and reward always of everything you do, and then see how the risk and reward fits you. Thanks for watching. For more risk and reward, just info, see how it fits you, no trust, subscribe.